Early in the morning,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm back and I'm better than ever, if I do say so myself, because you know, as you guys know, I've been doing all my videos in my do-rag all the time or wearing something on my head because honestly, my hair was getting long, my hair was messy. So, you know what? Doesn't matter. The kid's back. The kid's back. Got a little trim on Wednesday or Thursday, so yeah, got the locks did and all that. Anyway, I'm back. That's neither here nor there. I'm back with an interesting video today. Well, I say interesting because it's unusual, very, very unusual. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a video on this today because, like, it's a rare circumstance. I mean, the reason why I'm intrigued about this one is because the little racist boy's age and the content of the messages itself. Now, racism's nothing new. Racism from young age isn't like unusual, but it's still rarer than if you were older, for example. Now, I've mentioned in previous videos that the first time I ever got called a racial slur was when I was like 10 years old. You feel me? So I've experienced racism from very, very young and extreme forms of it, do you know what I'm saying? But it still shocks me that in a world that where we are today, we're in a world where it's getting a lot more sensitive, a lot more liberal, a lot more forward thinking. You'd like to think that it's still a bit surprising when you got young kids involved and entangled, no Jada and Will, in, actually I want to do a video on that, by the way. Yeah, so to see people like entangled in this little madness is still worth doing a video about. So anyway, before I get into the video, make sure you hit that like button for me, subscribe if you are new, because again, we're nearly at 1,000 subscribers, dog. We're nearly there. We're so close, we are so close. The first key milestone, we're still there. So yeah, please share it for me, please hit the bell to be notified and all of that, and let's get into this one. So first things first, yeah, if you didn't already know, Wilfried Zaha posted a picture on Twitter and Instagram story basically saying, this is what I woke up to today. Let's actually look at the content of what this boy said. So it turns out that after these messages were sent to him, Zaha's obviously shared it on his social media and the police have got involved, and 24 hours later that the kid has been arrested. And it turns out the person was a 12-year-old boy. First things first, yeah, let's look at the content of the messages. Yeah? Let's really deep that. Take in the content of what he sends to Zaha, right? Forgive me for the language that I'm about to spell out, but this is what he says. You better not score tomorrow, you black cunt, or I'll come to your house dressed as a ghost. He then sends two images to Zaha. The first one where it says Kellogg's Coon Flakes with a picture of, I don't know, some exaggerated caricature black character, I'm not too sure, looking like one blackface, Jim Crow looking, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he sends him that, right? And then he also sends him a picture of the Ku Klux Klan. So let's get into the content. I want to look at the content of the messages, and then I want to look at the accountability piece, because obviously he's 12 years old, and I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, he's 12, get a grip, he's 12, like this, that, and the other, he's such a young guy, like we're focusing on the wrong thing. I'm thinking, what? So yeah, so anyway, I want to, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about the content of the messages and the accountability. Who's accountable for this? Anyway, he calls him a black C word, right? At 12 years old, I don't even know when the hell I said that word for the first time. In society, I mean, all swear words are bad and all that. I mean, I swear a lot in it. I do, I can't lie. I swear a lot in my day-to-day basis. I don't swear on the camera that much, but I do swear a lot. But in society, that word there is deemed like the harsher swear word. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit harsher. It's a bit more like, ooh, some people hear that word and it's a bit like, what business does a 12-year-old have saying that? Calling someone a black cunt? Where did he hear that? Secondly, look at the two images that he sends to Zaha. It's very, very high-level racism. Do you get me? Do you know what I mean when I say that? It's not like an ignorant comment that a 12-year-old might say. It's just not really low level. It's real educated racism. He's 12 years old and man knows about the KKK and what saying those messages is gonna do to Zaha. Do you get me? It's real high level nastiness. It's real high level racism. Like, the kid knows what he's sending and he knows the impact that it's gonna have on him. He knows what the word coon means. He knows that there's blackface on that Kellogg's thing. He knows all about that. That's real kind of it's almost like educated racism. I'm trying to articulate what I mean, but you know what I mean when I say that? It's just not it's not small level. It's like, how do you know this? How do you know this stuff? How do you know this stuff for one? And how do you know that it's gonna hurt this person so much? Do you get me? The kid knows that sending that is gonna hurt Zaha. He said, you better not score tomorrow, you black whatever, or I'll come to you or whatever as a ghost. You know what I'm saying? And then sends him that and sends him all this racist stuff. The content is like I said, it's high level racism. It's real horrible stuff, real stuff that's really gonna hurt Zaha. You know what I'm saying? It begs the question, where did he learn this from? Because at 12 years old, yeah, listen, I come from an era, I'm 25, so I came from an era where schools and racism and everything that is rife. Do you understand? I come from an era where phones weren't that common. You can get G-checked on the road, or like, you know what I'm saying, for your phone. Or if you're in the wrong ends, you can literally be like, yo, where you from? Do you know what I'm saying? It's that era. So I don't come from a soft era, do you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to have your wits about you. But even at that age, at 10, 11, 12, I wasn't well educated in the KKK. I wasn't well educated in like racist like terms. Like obviously, like I said, I was coming to terms with it, but I wasn't well educated in it. I didn't know shit about the KKK like that. Where is he getting this from? At that age. I remember coming into secondary school, 11 and 12, and hearing your mum jokes for the first time. Like your mum, you're this, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't hearing what Donnie's talking about. You feel me? This leads me on to like part 2 of my analysis or whatever. Like, it's not nature, you get me? This nature versus nurture argument. When it comes to racism, in my opinion, it's wholeheartedly nurture. People are not born racist, yeah? Now listen, if you're in a white area, for example, which like I said, I've been to a white school, there's a difference between ignorance and hate, yeah? Because when you're a kid, say for example, you're 6, 7 years old and you still, I don't know, you go primary school and you've got black people, Asian people, white people, right? Asking questions isn't illegal. If you're a 6, 7-year-old boy and you ask your mum, oh, why does Cam have an afro? Or why does Jamal have different this, different that? Like asking questions, a kid asking questions is not racist. If my kid was, you know, depending on who I'm with, but if I've got a black child, for example, if my black child asked me questions about, oh, why does Jake have long hair, and man, like, questions is fine, yeah? Kids are inquisitive, they don't know the answers. But there is a difference, yeah, between asking questions, being inquisitive, and hate. Do you get me? And actual hate. So like, asking questions is nothing wrong with that. But at what stage do you start to learn the hate? So at what point do you start to see, okay, this person's different to me, this person's different to me, this person's different to me. I don't like the fact that they're different to me. I'm not liking it, and you know what I'm saying? At what point does that start happening? Now, listen, I don't give a shit what age he is, yeah? I don't care if he's 12 years old. You have to be punished, yeah? If a 12-year-old committed a crime, I don't know, stole from a shop or punched someone in the face, you can't excuse them because of their age. They have to learn. So you always have to learn, no matter what age you are. If you're 50, 12, you have to learn. So if you do something wrong, you learn. It's that simple. I don't care how old you are, yeah? But where I do empathize a little bit more is the fact that I believe racism is nurtured. You get me? So therefore, where did he hear this from? Was it the parents? Was it an auntie? Where is he hearing this from? Now, if you arrest a 12-year-old, which, I mean, arresting a 12-year-old is mad. Like, I mean, that is quite crazy, arresting him. I mean, that's another argument, that's another video. Should he have been arrested versus something else? Now, he needs to be punished. It's that simple. He needs to be punished and taught that saying things like that is wrong. Yeah, you're 12 years old. You're not a baby. You ain't got a consciousness of like deeper things in the world and stuff like to a high level. But he knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing when he sent that. So I don't care what happens to him. He needs to get punished. But arresting, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna arrest a 12-year-old, you should also be looking, in my opinion, at the household, the guardians, the parents, whatever, because you do not learn that type of behavior. Deep it. Someone could say, oh yeah, what if he got taught it at school? What if he got taught it by the friends? Listen, we're in a world where saying that stuff is unacceptable. So in what school, in what realm, really and truly, obviously we all know racism is very rife in this world, especially in the UK, but let's be real here. Let's be real. There ain't, like, the chances here of a whole batch of group, like whole friends promoting and talking like that as like kind of openly is low. And I think it's been taught from the parents or whoever he's living with. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let me show you a real quick video, yeah, that me and my brethren Jay, large up Jay, yeah, we watched this video, yes. We think it's hilarious. We're crying our eyes out watching this video because it's actually funny, like, to us, like, but it's not funny when you watch the video, yeah. Now this is what I mean by nature versus nurture. Now this boy in this clip could easily have grown up to be that 12-year-old.
Fuck 'em all, male whoa, fuck 'em all. We fucking black, we fucking black, we fucking black.
So yeah, I mean, admittedly, the video is not funny, but like, I told you in previous videos, Cam's humor's dark. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm racist. I can laugh at racism. Do you know what I'm saying? I can, even though I can fight for it. My whole life I've been fighting for it, but I can still laugh when shit's funny. You get me? So, I mean, the fact that the kid was like, yeah, black, yeah. Oh my days! Like, where did they hear this? Like, you know, it's crazy. So, listen, ultimately, yeah. I've got no problem with the guy, with the kid being in trouble. I believe that the kid needs to be in trouble. Whether he needs to be arrested or not, I'm not too sure, because they're not going to give him I don't think they're going to give him a criminal record. Slapping him in handcuffs and stuff, I'm not too sure how that is. But still, either way, it is what it is. I'm not standing for no racism. It doesn't matter if you're 12 years old or 22, 32. You better start learning now, because the deep it. At what age then must he have started to learn that racism? So you know what, screw it, it is what it is. If they got to arrest him, for him to unlearn that shit, then do it. Because boy, like, we're not standing for this no more. It's time we change up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'm back on your screens. Let me know what you think in the comments though. Like, hit me up in the video. Like, should the kid have been arrested? Whose fault is it? Who should be held accountable? I'm all ears, innit? Let me hear what you got to say. But like the video, subscribe if you're new, and for your fitness and lifestyle desires, remember to check my Herbalife link in the description as well. And love.